Have you ever ordered lobster at a restaurant, only to wonder if it was the real thing? Maybe you've had a lobster bisque, a creamy seafood salad, or even a lobster roll that tasted a little different than what you'd expect. Well, here's a little secret. Not all lobster meat is actually lobster, that's right. The seafood industry has developed some fascinating ways to produce imitation lobster. And surprisingly, it's not just some artificial lab-grown product. In fact, it's made from real seafood, just not the lobster you might think of. Today we're diving into the world of fake lobster meat, how it's made, why the industry uses it, and whether or not it's actually worth eating. What is imitation lobster? Most people think fake seafood means artificial flavors, chemical substitutes, or something entirely synthetic. But imitation lobster is a real seafood product, just made from different types of fish rather than actual lobster. The key ingredient? Surimi. Surimi is a processed seafood paste made from white-fleshed fish, typically Alaskan pollock or whiting. These fish are chosen because they have a mild taste and a firm, flaky texture, perfect for mimicking lobster meat. The surimi making process has been around for hundreds of years, originating in Japan as a way to preserve fish and create new seafood products. Over time, the technique was perfected and spread worldwide, becoming the foundation of many seafood alternatives, including imitation crab, shrimp, and, yes, even lobster. But how do they make it look and taste like lobster? 1. The fish is minced into a fine paste and washed to remove any strong fishy flavors. 2. It's mixed with starches, egg whites, and natural flavorings, including real lobster extract or shellfish stock to give it that signature taste. 3. The mixture is shaped and textured to resemble lobster meat, sometimes in chunks, strips, or whole claw-like shapes. 4. A red coloring is added to the outside to mimic the bright red shells of a cooked lobster. The result? A seafood product that looks, tastes, and even feels like real lobster, but costs a fraction of the price. Why does the industry use imitation lobster? So, if people love real lobster, why create a substitute? The answer comes down to cost, availability, and sustainability. 1. Lobster is expensive. Lobster is a luxury seafood and prices can vary wildly. Depending on the season, location, and supply, a single pound of lobster meat can cost anywhere from $30 to $50, sometimes even more. Compare that to imitation lobster, which costs just a few dollars per pound, and it's easy to see why restaurants and food manufacturers turn to surimi-based alternatives. 2. Consistency is key. The seafood industry operates on mass production and global distribution. But real lobster isn't always predictable. Harvests fluctuate, sizes vary, and seasonal availability affects pricing. Imitation lobster provides a stable, consistent product that can be used year-round in food manufacturing. 3. Sustainability concerns. Lobster populations are under increasing pressure from overfishing, climate change, and habitat destruction. Wild lobster catches have been declining in some areas, pushing prices even higher. By using fish-based substitutes, the seafood industry reduces the strain on lobster stocks while still meeting consumer demand. Where is imitation lobster used? You might be surprised to learn that you've probably eaten imitation lobster before, especially if you enjoy fast food seafood dishes, frozen meals, or even sushi. Some chain restaurants use imitation lobster in dishes like lobster bisque, often mixed with real lobster to cut costs, seafood salads, especially in prepackaged deli salads, lobster pasta dishes in casual dining restaurants, cheap lobster rolls. If you see a lobster sandwich for under $10, it's probably surimi. Walk through the frozen food section of any supermarket, and you'll likely see packages labeled Lobster Delight or Seafood Sensation. These products are imitation lobster meat, sometimes mixed with small amounts of real lobster to enhance the flavor. High-end restaurants? Maybe. While high-end seafood restaurants typically serve real lobster, some use imitation lobster to mix into dishes like pasta or risotto, especially when it's served in smaller portions where customers are less likely to notice. The seafood industry is constantly evolving, and imitation seafood is only getting better. Today, companies are developing plant-based lobster, lab-grown seafood, and even high-tech surimi products that look and taste almost identical to the real thing. With concerns about overfishing, climate change, and sustainable food sources, imitation seafood could become a major player in the future of food. So next time you bite into a lobster roll, take a closer look. You might just be eating a piece of the seafood industry's best-kept secret. What do you think? Have you ever tried imitation lobster? Could you tell the difference? Would you eat it if you knew it wasn't the real thing? Let me know in the comments. And if you love learning about the seafood industry, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow TradeLife for more deep dives into the world of food, seafood production, and global trade.